coming up on OU Nightly. Beautiful weather right now, but a storm system will bring changes. We'll let you know what to expect.
Plus, social media CEOs grilled on Capitol Hill. The discussion over children's mental health ahead. And a shooting outside a high school near Atlanta. Find out what police are saying. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Melina Samir.
And I'm Darian Curry. We begin tonight with OU meteorologist Lauren Brand informing us about a change in tomorrow's forecast. Lauren, what can you tell us?
That's right, we have big changes on the way, but sunshine has been plenty in store for us today. Most of us sitting in those lower 70s due to that increased sunshine that we saw today. We're sitting around 72 degrees right here in Norman, 71 just north of us in Oklahoma City. Now these changes that are on the way, we're going to be seeing some rain chances Friday night. Now Braden Seo is out in the field right now with more information on those current temperatures and those big changes up ahead. Braden?
Thanks, Lauren. We are definitely looking at above average temperatures. It's beautiful out here. We've seen many people getting out to enjoy these warm temperatures and sunny skies, as they should, because like you mentioned, things will be changing as we go into the day tomorrow. But whenever we look at the high temperatures over the past month, you can see that through the month of January, we were below average for a good chunk of the middle part of the month. Highs only topping out at about 8 degrees on January 14th, but we saw temperatures warm up into the 60s and 70s for the last week of January. And whenever we look at the high for today across the Oklahoma City area, we topped out around 73 degrees, which is 22 degrees above average. So definitely soak up that sun while you can before these changes come around. Lauren, back to you.
That's right. I'm going to have more about those big changes on the way, where some of those storms are going to be, and what exactly those seasonal temperatures are going to be coming up. Stay with us.
Thanks, Lauren. CEOs from 5 of the top social media companies in the country met in Washington yesterday to testify on the harmful impacts of social media. CNN's Lauren Cava has the details.
Parents holding photos of young loved ones allegedly harmed by social media, greeting CEOs from Meta, X, TikTok, Snap, and Discord Wednesday as they arrived to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee over potential dangers posed by their platforms.
Their constant pursuit of engagement and profit over basic safety have all put our kids and grandkids at risk.
At issue, fears of a worsening mental health crisis among children and teens due to social media, including increased risk of depression and suicide, as well as promotion and access to dangerous or illicit substances, national security concerns, and online child sexual exploitation.
You have blood on your hands.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle blasting the 5 CEOs for not backing legislation to keep users safe.
I'm so tired of this. It's been 28 years, since the internet. We haven't passed any of these bills because everyone's double talk.
The social media companies have largely maintained they are best suited to help users make smart decisions, touting enhanced safety policies and tools while also deflecting responsibility.
Mental health is a complex issue, and the existing body of scientific work has not shown a causal link between using social media and young people having worse mental health outcomes.
The senators appeared unconvinced, demanding the corporations accept more oversight and be held accountable for any harm caused by their platforms. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg apologized to the families in attendance, touting his company's efforts to improve user experience.
2 people injured in a shooting. President Biden is issuing sanctions, and the mother of a school shooter takes a stand. Sophia Cabrera has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
2 people are injured in a shooting outside of a high school near Atlanta. The shooting took place in the McEachern High School parking lot. Officers say the victims were not students and their injuries were not life-threatening. Police say the school is now considered safe. President Joe Biden issues a new executive order against 4 Israeli settlers in the West Bank. The order includes sanctions aimed to block the 4 from using the U.S. financial system and restrict contact with American citizens. This follows claims of violence incited by these settlers, such as riots, intimidation, assault, and property damage. And the mother of a Michigan school shooter takes the stand today in an involuntary manslaughter trial. The charge comes after her son, Ethan Crumley, killed 4 students at Oxford High School in 2021. Jennifer Crumley spoke on her relationship with her son, stating she could never anticipate her son's actions. The father is set to take the stand this March. If found guilty, the parents will face up to 15 years in prison each and a $7,500 fine per charge. Darian, Melina.
Thanks, Sophia. Up next, the latest COVID vaccine not only reduces symptoms, but is stronger against the most infectious strain of the virus. Well, we can tell you about this vaccine update.
Plus, the U.S. government is updating opioid regulations for the first time in 20 years. What that means for the future of opioids across the nation.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. New data shows that the newest COVID-19 vaccine offers new protections. Julia Roberts has that and more in today's Health Beat.
Thanks, Melina. New CDC data shows the latest COVID-19 vaccine can help cut the possibility of symptomatic infection by half. This was the case for recently vaccinated adults with normal immune systems. The new data also shows the latest vaccines are helpful against the strain causing most U.S. infections since late December. Federal authorities are making significant updates to opioid treatment program for the first time in more than 20 years. OTP supplies medications like methadone for individuals with opioid use disorder. Moving forward, the Department of Health and Human Services will allow opioid disorder treatment at home and via telemedicine. Research shows polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, has another possible symptom later in life: cognitive decline. That's according to a new study that followed 900 young adult females over 30 years. The result indicates that women with PCOS have lower memory and thinking skills and subtle brain changes in midlife. As of now, PCOS has no cure. And mental health was a big topic on X this week after Elmo, the Sesame Street character, asked how everyone was doing. But the responses were not what Elmo was thinking, as many wrote about despair, dread, and exhaustion. Darian, Melina, back to you.
Thanks, Julia. A group effort right here on the OU campus is putting women's sexual health at the forefront this mission. OU Nightly's Snow Forth has the details on the new Just In Case packs and how 3 groups hope it will help all OU women.
OU Women's Health Advocacy is collaborating with Students for Reproductive Justice, and it's on us to bring students, staff, and faculty Just In Case kits. These kits have the intention to support sexual health and well-being, and are available for the OU community for free.
I'm just so happy that it's going to provide, confidence with, being empowered by the education, sexual education, but also the access to free resources is a game changer on campus.
I have one of the Just In Case kits right here, so I'm going to show you what's inside. We have a morning after pill, and then in this bag we have lube, some condoms, and a pregnancy test. And then there's also information about all of the things inside and about more sexual health.
There have been hundreds of orders since the kits were released on Monday morning.
We've had a lot more funding than we ever have, and we've been very excited to pour that right back into our community. So this year we have implemented new projects from not only expanding our menstrual stations project, but doing customizable period kits for monthly needs.
The clubs hope to continue to receive donations of the products to have kits available throughout the entire semester, but also to continue with ongoing projects like their menstrual stations and bathrooms across campus. Reporting for OU Nightly, I'm Snow Forth.
To request a kit, you can fill out the form found in each organization's bio on Instagram. Look for OU Women's Health Advocacy. It's on us or Students for Reproductive Justice.
A call for help has a happy ending. Hear how this sweet dog's life was saved, where he is now, and how he's doing, coming up when OU Nightly returns.
And it's not quite time to put that umbrella away. I'm going to tell you exactly when you're going to need it tomorrow night. Stick with us. Welcome back to OU Nightly. We are taking a live look across campus right now. Sunshine has been plenty in store today. You can see there's really no clouds in the sky at all. Students are starting to wrap up their day and head home, but for that current temperature right now, like I said, we're plenty of sunshine, which was going to drive up that temperature a little bit today. So we're sitting around 71 degrees. We have around 33% humidity right now. So it is on the drier side for sure, but that is not going to be sticking around for too much longer, especially how we have a storm system that is going to be coming through tomorrow night. Now we do have sunny skies planned for tomorrow for the majority of the day, but once we hit that 5 p.m. mark, that's when we should start to see some showers enter the area, and those winds should pick up just a little bit, coming out of the south around 10 to 20 miles an hour. But that temperature should stay around 70 degrees. So it's not going to be on the colder side. We should just see these rain chances. Now, in terms of this hour by hour and those rain chances, we are going to start seeing some rain enter the area earlier on in the afternoon, but it's really not until the evening hours. Around 6 p.m. is when we're really going to start to see those storm chances increase, around 100% chance around in those midnight hours and into 3 a.m. That will slowly start to decrease as we get into those afternoon hours on Saturday. Now, timing this out for you, this is going to be Friday morning. We're just going to have that cloud cover enter the area, and we should still see some sunshine in there, which again will drive up that temperature to around 70 degrees, so it won't be cold at all. Now, this is going to be around Friday 2 p.m. Again, no really showers in the area just quite yet until around that 5 p.m. mark. That's when we're going to start to see those showers pop in, but it's really not going to be seeing any downpours until Friday around 11 p.m. and that's going to roll on through. So don't be surprised if you hear a rumble of thunder, especially in those overnight hours. But Saturday around 1 p.m., all of those showers should be out of the area, and along with that cloud cover as well. So these lows tonight, we are going to be around 51 degrees here in Norman, a little bit colder up in the Panhandle, 35 up in Guyman. But for those highs on Friday, like I said, we're going to be around 70 degrees. Those storm chances should start to come in around 5 p.m., but we should have sunny skies for the majority of the day. Now, Saturday, we're going to have 50% chance of storms, but that's really only going to be for those morning hours. But as we go into the rest of your weekend, we still should have some of those cloud cover in the area, but some sunshine peeking through. But as we go into Monday, we are going to be dropping in temperature around 55 degrees. Again, Sunday as well. But for Tuesday, we should be warming up just a little bit more, around 60 degrees. And then Wednesday, we should be around that same mark. And Thursday as well, we're going to be around 65 degrees. Now, it shouldn't really be getting all that cold during the night. We really should be just getting into those 40s and even some of those 30s as well. Now, ladies, I don't know about you, but are you looking forward to these cooler temperatures?
For sure, yeah, definitely. I think like having the cold and then the warm weather coming in a little bit was nice, but I like some cool weather again, for sure.
Yeah. Me too. I'm excited to have an excuse to cozy up inside again. What about you guys?
For sure. These are going to be some more seasonal temperatures for this time of year, for sure.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Yeah. On the brink of euthanization, a dog is off on a journey to his new home in Atlanta. Odin, a sweet one-eyed dog, was set to be euthanized on Friday evening after he showed signs of behavioral deterioration. Animal welfare took to social media as a last plea to the community. Thanks to the Norman community, Odin's story made its way from Oklahoma to Atlanta, catching the eye of Diane Baker, a former Norman resident. Odin still has one last plea to make it to his forever home. Luckily, Parker Ferguson, a local pilot, has offered to fly Odin out to Atlanta.
And they stepped up big time in a really important point. So
this evening, we know Odin is now in Atlanta and is ready to meet his new family and run around in his new big yard.
OU women's basketball declawed a nationally ranked team last night here in Norman.
And lightning struck the floor in the Paycom Center during a hard-fought match between the Thunder and the reigning NBA champs. OU Nightly's Emily Lebeth has more in sports.
We will have plenty of basketball, and a decorated Sooner team gets an opportunity to show out on a big TV network. I'll share who and where to watch next in sports. Hi, I'm Emily Lebeth, and it's time for sports. OU women's basketball started their season 7-5. In conference play, they've gone 6-1. How would the Sooners show up against number 2 Kansas State? Sooner forward Skylar Vann scored 21 points to lead OU to their first win over an AP Top 2 team since 2004. The 66-63 win snapped the Wildcats' 14-game winning streak, and the Sooners handed them their first conference loss. Head coach Jenny Baranchek says that the team's focus does not relate to their wins or their rankings.
It's been really fun just to watch the growth. It didn't start so fun where we were. But the other thing that I think is so neat is we don't care about standings, we don't care about records, we don't care about really anything other than getting better, and we care about each other. So I'm really happy that we got this win because it could go either way clearly, but just really proud of this group.
Another top dog traveled to the Sooner State yesterday for a Western Conference standings showdown. The reigning NBA champs, the Denver Nuggets, started out strong, putting the Thunder down 13 points in the first quarter. OKC's number 2 scorer J-Dub was out with an injury, but SGA picked up the slack with 34 points. The Thunder struck gold against the Nuggets, secured the win, and took back the number 2 spot in the West. Chet Holmgren plans to keep a positive approach towards the rest of the season.
You know, I got to figure out how I can continue to be better every single night. And, you know, I didn't come in to this season thinking it was going to be easy for 82 games. So, you know, I know there's long ways to go and there's going to be ups and downs, but, you know, I'm trying to stay pretty even through all of it.
ESPN and Fox Sports released their plans for Big 12 softball TV coverage. And surprise, surprise, Patty Gasso's girls are the only team who earned a prime time slot. The defending national champs will face their Red River rival Texas April 6th at 7 p.m. on ESPN. Continuing on the topic of champions, OU women's gymnastics is headed out west to face some top 25 opponents in Arizona. The number 1 Sooners will flip, vault, and twist into action against number 2 California and number 23 Arizona State. The meet starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Jumping over to OU track and field, BJ Green was named Big 12 Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Week for his first place triple jump performance last weekend. Green recorded his personal best in the event and the second furthest leap in the NCAA this season. Melina, Darian.
Thank you, Emily. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming up on OU Nightly up next.
I'm Kamarion Brown at the OU Nightly Update Desk. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation is looking into an alleged relationship between a correctional officer and inmate at the Cato County Jail. The OSBI tells us that they cannot confirm the nature of the relationship or the names of the people involved at this time, but they have confirmed the officer involved has been fired. Darian, Melina?
Thanks, Kamarion. A man in Minnesota went viral on TikTok by providing a layer of goodness in his community. Minneapolis Fire Department Captain Adam Graves runs a nonprofit called Operation Warm, where in this TikTok he is providing coats to children at a local elementary school.
He's been documenting his good deeds, and now he's received large donations through massive online engagement. Graves' partnership with a coat company gave him a coat discount, so he can donate even more.
Now let's figure out what the exact details are for tomorrow's weather.
OU Nightly meteorologist Lauren Brand has one last look at our forecast. Lauren?
That's right. We are going to have some rain chances in our forecast for tomorrow, but that's really not going to be affecting us until those evening hours. So if you have any of those later classes, definitely bring an umbrella, maybe even some rain boots. Only if you have classes really after 6 p.m. We should be in those 60s, those upper 60s for tomorrow because of that cloud cover. We're not going to be as warm as we should be today.
And thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Melina Samir.
And I'm Darian Curry. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live at 4:30 weekdays. Good night.